If you win the title of Miss Universe tonight, how will you use this platform to empower young girls? Etong sagot ni Fatima.
As Miss Universe, I would say to them, believe in the power of authenticity. Believe in yourself.
Look, okay, so kung ganito siyang Venezuela, okay? As Miss Universe, I will say to them, believe in the power of your authenticity.
Hello there. All right, so we talk about Miss Universe 2025, which has become the most controversial, the most hated edition of Miss Universe. And I think in general, it would find difficulty in bouncing back to being a prestigious or the most prestigious pageant in the whole universe. Parang ganun, because kasalanan din nila. Ang dami-dami nila mga drama. And even the local host that organized the Miss Universe pageant, isa pa rin maaarte at makikeme at marami mga drama. So, nagkaroon ng kombinasyon. It's a combination of two paeklat forces. And yun, that's the result. But let me get straight to the point. When it comes to the host, okay, isa-isahin natin. When it comes to the host, I think he's okay. It's his first time to host Miss Universe. And that is, he was from something na hindi niya nakagisnan o nakasanayang gawin. That's why it's understandable that he would commit a lot of gaps here and there or lack of appeal na sinasabi ng iba or walang impact sa I don't think so. I think he tried his best and he successfully did his job well, being a first-timer. Number two, about the pageant. I think this is not one of the best, and comparatively speaking, sa Miss Universe 2018, it paled in comparison. The opening number wasn't something that I was expecting. I thought it would be, out of this world and well choreographed, and the blockings would give us goosebumps and everything. But I was wrong. I was a little bit disappointed with that, but in terms of the performance of the singer during the opening, I think he is good. He's good. He might not be a great match to a Miss Universe grand opening, but the performance per se, the vocal performance or the vocal prowess per se, I think it's great. Punta tayo sa okay lang ba tayo? Hindi ba tayo madilim? About the selection process, I would still prefer another question for a top three, a magic three, and a final question for the three. Bigla na lang nawala. I don't know why. It was something that we did not anticipate. So I was a little bit questioning that process, no? Bakit bigla na lang nawala or biglang tinanggal? So yun na nga, lumalabas na yun na because mahina nga yung Mexico dun pa lang sa top ikukumpara sa iba sa first Q&A. So siguro yun para magkaroon ng chance sa manalo at hindi may iwasan yun because biglang nawala yung top 3. I don't know, please keep me updated. In-announce yun, right? Because may nabasa ako na parang yun ang process, merong top 30 tapos top 12 tapos top 5 tapos top 3, diba? Tama ba ako? And then when the top 12 was chosen, i-clear na lang natin, okay? When the top 12 was chosen, I was a bit feeling afraid or medyo kinakabahan na ako, kumbaga sa Pinoy lingo. Kinakabahan ako, natatakot na ako kay Miss Malta. Yun, kasi magagaling silang magsalita. Tapos ang gaganda ng kagaya ni Miss Malta. I am a memory collector. Diba? Ang taray. Then kay Miss Venezuela. Miss Venezuela was really my choice. It's between Miss Venezuela and then, yun, a possible win for the Philippines because talagang they gave their best during the preliminary competition. But when Miss Cote d'Ivoire was a little bit rattled or medyo kinabahan sa opening na Olivia, di ba? Olivia Yasay. Nakalimutan yung she forgot to mention her country. Na parang, ano nangyayari? It might give an impression na siya ay Bubitsky deep inside na maaaring nababalutan lang ng mga sinaulo ng mga, siyempre ganun lalabas yun because ano ka ba? Di ba sa na mental block siya and hindi maiwasan minsan yung mga ganong perception. Ito yung mga expected ko makakapasok. At ito yung mga medyo na-surprise ako. At ito yung mga medyo kinabahan ako nung nagsasalita na sila tungkol sa kanilang mga sarili, short info about them. Ito yung medyo nagbigay sa akin ng kaba. Pagdating sa gown, yun, medyo nawala na yung aking kaba kay Malta because she was not dressed up well. Yun ang kulang kasi. Ang dami magaganda, ang dami magagaling, pero hindi nga sila kasi pageant country na talagang binibihisan ng bongga ang... Sabagay, lately lang naman tayo natuto. Di ba, ang tagal nating binibihisan ng ating kandidata from Colombia na hindi naman talaga maayos sa mga suot. Di ba nagkaroon ng controversy ng ganun? So, siguro, kung talagang papakaseryosohin nila, ay ako. At nabihisan ng ayos ang si Miss Malta at si... Sino pa ba? Cuba? Yun. O di ba, Diyos ko, ang gagaling, ang gaganda. Diba? Tapos, statuesque and confident. Yun, so, I think kulang lang talaga sila sa mga, yung kumbaga hindi nabibihisan pa. Yun, hindi pa nabibigyan ng full attention ang kanilang mga potential. But they can join other pageants and they would eventually, for sure, they would. Okay, sorry, naputol tayo. Nag-full storage tayo. So, what else? Top 5 Q&A. I think they all gave good answers or correct answers. And ito yung time talaga na talagang kine-question kung bakit nakapasok si Miss Mexico or kung bakit siya yung nanalo pala. Yun. So, I made a short video on Facebook and I would just inject this here para mas madali. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so very controversial win by Mexico at Miss Universe 2025. Revisahin natin ngayon ang kanilang Q&A. Focus tayo ngayon sa sagot ni Fatima ng Mexico because siya talaga yung kine-question. Pero what if she delivered it with great pronunciation and a little bit of accent na kagaya ng sa Miss Venezuela na berete siyang peg? Mag-iiba sigurado ang ating pananaw. Listen, mag-try hard tayo. Okay, so ito yung tanong sa kanya. So yung tanong sa kanila is ganito. If you win the title of Miss Universe tonight, how will you use this platform to empower young girls? Etong sagot ni Fatima.
As Miss Universe, I would say to them, believe in the power of authenticity. Believe in yourself. Your dreams matter. Your heart matter. And never let anyone make a job about your work because you're worth everything. And you are powerful. And your voice needs to be heard. Ganon, diba? So, paano mananala yan? Walang kaano-ano, diba? Malaki nagagawa ng delivery. Ay, nako. Eto, kung ganito ang sagot niya, tapos nakataas yung hair, tapos bongga yung gown, mag-iiba yung ating appreciation sa kanyang effort. Look. Okay, so kung ganito siya Venezuela, okay? As Miss Universe, I will say to them, believe in the power of your authenticity. Believe in yourself. Your dreams matter. Your heart matters. And never let anyone make your job about your work. Your work. Because you're worth everything. And you are powerful. And your voice needs to be heard. Thank you. O diba? Panalo. Walang question. Alam niyo kung anong kine-question natin? Yung overall. Yung impact. Yung charisma. Yung grace. Yung elegance. Ang ating kine-question ay yung kanyang pagpasok sa kanyang top 12 placement pa lang na mas maraming deserving doon. Pero kung deserving siya makapasok like elegante at bonggang-bongga yung gown. Diba? Tapos with superb poise and bearing. Elegant. Very confident. Diba, hindi kayo questionin. kompleto. So yung kahinaan niya sa swimsuit round pa lang, it's not bad, but compared to others, medyo tabon talaga siya. So, dun, nagsisimula yung pag-question sa kanya. Sa akin Pero kung deserving siya makapasok, at itong sagot niya, tama lang. Diba? Ayos naman ang sagot niya. Hindi mali. So, kulang lang sa impact at kulang sa unkabogable na delivery.
Ay nako, basta ako Atisa, Philippines, and then Venezuela. And syempre, Cote d'Ivoire, ala, basta Atisa tayo. Yan, okay? Anyway, I would like to give my...
I just watched Miss Universe. I've been watching Miss Universe. So, tuloy pa rin ang panonood ko. Kasi baka punyeta ka. So, yun. And, sa Japan pala, I gave already my choices, and they are, eto. My short list of who might give a hard time kay Atisa Manalo para sa Miss Universe crown for 2025. Okay, so who do I think would be the leading candidates sa finals night? I do think that these 4 women are strong, impressive, and would give Atisa Manalo a tough time in winning the title. So let's start with Miss Thailand, Miss Palestine, Miss Cote d'Ivoire, and first place is Miss Venezuela. Yan, so ang napasama lang is Colombia. I was about to say Colombia, pero ang naipasok ko is Palestine because of her being, different, from being fresh, from being someone who comes from a country na masyadong pinag-uusapan, and it's relevant nowadays about the war and about her thoughts. I wish to know more about the situation through her. Na pagdating sa Q&A, maybe she could give a glimpse of what's really happening beyond what we see, in the news. Yung mga ganon. And it would be great to see someone who would win Miss Universe na hindi talaga galing sa pageant house country and then galing sa isang bansa na which is experiencing a lot of difficulties nowadays. So yun. But my top choice really before the preliminary was Venezuela because she was regal, she was queenly. It's not only about the way she speaks, which gives a queenly impression, but her overall appearance. I think she deserves to be a Miss Universe. Cote d'Ivoire deserves to be Miss Universe. Philippines deserves to be Miss Universe. I think those 3 deserves a higher placement, if not the win, if not the crown. Yun lang. But I'm not totally ridiculing Miss Mexico because maybe, just maybe, it's not her fault. Maybe she doesn't know everything about these allegations that we have. Maybe she's also a victim, And in the swimsuit round, I might change my perception that I made earlier, that yung pagpasok pa lang niya sa top 12, parang ka-question na, because I think when she was giggling in between her catwalk, her passerella, I think that exudes cuteness and sexiness and boldness at the same time, and I don't think she's one of those girls who should have gotten lower scores because I think this was very charming in the swimsuit round. So maybe pwede pa rin siya makapasok doon. So I would just change that into this. That I was not expecting that she would make the top 5. Yan, because of that horrible gown na parang costume lamang sa isang Halloween party. Yan. Ang harsh ko naman. Or maybe punong-puno yung mga diamante, di ba? Hindi pa rin natin na-examine or something. So yun, sa top 12 is, pwede pumasok, pwedeng hindi. Wag naman yung hindi talaga. Pero yung sa top 5, well, dun ako medyo hindi favor. Okay, so this is just my second day in the Philippines since arriving from Japan, and medyo
there's still a lot of things to do. Kaya hanggang dito na lang muna tayo. In general, I would rate Miss Universe 2025 pageant 9 out of 10 for having great candidates, 6 out of 10 for the production, and 2 out of 10 for some reasons that you know. So this is your friend Robato, and see you again.